Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, everyone? What's everybody doing? Oh, show my light's not on. Ugh. That's better. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, well. What's going on? Hey, me too. Hey, Amistil, Dax, Corey. What's going on? There we go. All right, there we go. How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. I apologize for not having my live already scheduled. So I appreciate that. Dancy Spider with the Uncle Alert. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys for being here on a Wednesday. I literally my bad. I thought my live was already scheduled and I guess there were some issues. And so yeah, my bad about got late schedule. I still made it on time. I just yeah. Thank you, Zoe, for the LOL. Even though I argue sent yeah, thank you for that, even though I'm pretty sure that was on the Uncle Alert, so I'm still not a big fan. No, I'm just playing. Thank you guys so much. My bad, it was already scheduled, and then I just kind of disappeared. So my bad. My bad. My bad. We was cool, yeah, we was vibing. Rich, thank you so much for the gold coin. I appreciate that. I hope everybody's doing well today. We're there's no tennis today because of the rain, but you know. So got to get on time, which is pretty fun. Why does that camera look like that? I don't like the way that camera looks. Sorry. That's a little better. That's a little better. Sticko Media. Wow, welcome to the team with a gifted membership from me too. Appreciate you. What's going on, Tamsin? See you over there. Thank you so much. Me too. Thank you so much for the gifted membership, starting this thing out too. I really appreciate it. Hey Tara, how are you? Wildin' Out Wednesday. Is that what we're calling it now? Are we calling it Wildin' Out Wednesdays? I be wilding out every day. Okay, I don't wait till Wednesday. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Yeah, I wild out every day. So, woohoo! 2 days for retirement for Tara. Hell yeah, almost there. Yeah, I wild out every day. What are you mad about Wednesdays? I'm not mad about Wednesdays. Okay, I just be wilding out on Wednesdays. Those are two completely different things. Okay, I don't need near as much of an excuse just to wild out. Not near enough. Yeah, I'll wild out for almost anything. So yeah. You like the hat? Well, I appreciate it. This is my favorite hat. For sure. Even though my camera looks a little dirty. I don't like that. I don't want to mess it up though. Kathy, thank you so much. How's my camera looking over here? I guess it looks okay. How does my camera look on the horizontal? Do I look blurry? Do I need to clean that? I hope not, because they're attached to the same thing. No, not that one. I know the vertical one looks good. I can see that one. It's the other one that's looking a little. I'm not really sure about. Might just be my glasses being dirty too. I'm not sure. My glasses are dirty. I am aware of this. Strange how the art of the deal can't seem to negotiate a stable deal. Oh, yes, I'm so surprised by that. The Justice Department opened an investigation into E. Jean Carroll. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I just got that notification. Sorry, I'm asking people that are the only people that aren't answering me are the people I need to answer. Everybody that if you're seeing me on a vertical, like looks like a phone, like I got you. You guys are good. The people that are looking at me sideways, I need an answer on how my camera looks. So I'm asking you. Because somebody answers. They're opening an investigation on perjury into the civil lawsuits. Man, they are stretching, aren't they? Well, welcome to more of your tax dollars going to Donald Trump's revenge tour. Thanks, VJ. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Just thought I'd let you know. That's pretty sad. Guys, your tax dollars at work are going to investigate an 82-year-old woman because she whooped Donald Trump in a lawsuit. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? All your tax dollars because Donald Trump wants to go on a revenge tour. That's crazy, huh? Y'all ever look at these things like as Trump supporters and go, "Wow, I feel fucking stupid." You guys ever do that? You guys ever just like look at these types of things and just go like, "Man, I'm a fucking idiot." No, you don't do that. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Unfortunately, self-assessment is the burden of the intelligent. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, self-assessment is the burden of the intelligent. Ow. God, my knee just popped. Oh my goodness. That hurt. Anyways, y'all, thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate you guys as we just get this thing started. We will jump into our first conversation, first debate, in a minute or so. I'm just taking my time as we get started. I forgot to schedule the live, so it's just going a little slow to start, but that's okay. that's no one else to blame but myself. No one else to blame but myself. Well, I mean, I could actually blame one other person. but I'm not going to. I could blame one other person. Polly, do you have a Discord? Yes, my Discord is in my link tree in my bio. So, yes. Hey, guys, I never mentioned Ari, okay? You guys are the one mentioning Ari. So what does that really say about you guys? Trump Arts, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I never mentioned Ari. You guys are now all mentioning Ari. Now, granted, literally right before about an hour ago, she told me she had helped me out by scheduling my live. But that's neither here nor there, That's neither here nor there. She did in fact do that. But that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Getting the headset in nice and early. It's actually kind of weird being on this early on a women's labor isn't free. Who said I don't pay her? See, you made that assumption. You made that assumption. I didn't. What does that say about you, honestly? Like, truthfully, what does that say about you? That's what I thought. Yo, make sure you guys tap that screen. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Also, hit that like button. If you haven't hit that follow button, please do. If you'd like to support the live, I do have super chats, gifting, and on TikTok, I have one gift left in my gift gallery. I know it's the biggest one, but I only have one. It's the meteor shower. I got one meteor shower left in my gift gallery, and I can clear that out. So if you guys like support there, I appreciate that. But yeah, I also have gifted memberships like me too, who sent me a gifted membership. I really appreciate that. W's in the chat for that. And yeah. Well, PG, if you're too bored to tap, then there's no point in you being here. Yeah. That's easy. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing? What are you whining about today?
I'm doing great, sir. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Yes, of course.
All right. And how old are you?
I am 33. How old are you?
You're 33 and you're acting like this? That's weird.
What are your pronouns?
I didn't know they allowed 33-year-olds to act like children like straight off the bat.
What are your pronouns? I don't want to misgender you.
You can't. They're in my profile.
What are they?
Go read. You don't know how to read?
You're a he, him. Okay, good.
Oh, you do know how to read. That's good.
A he, him. Thank you for clarifying that. Are you for men who claim to be women competing against women in women's sports?
It's a non-issue.
It's a non-issue, yeah, because we made it a non-issue. We won't let it happen. So
how many states in the United States had over 10? You're for it. No, I will drop you so fucking fast. Trust me, when you come up acting like this on my live, I will drop you so fucking fast. You are on such a short leash.
Kamala lost every swing state because of.
All right, I already said you were on a short leash. Okay, when you come up and don't even say hi to me and you start crying, you're on a short leash. I am not one of these creators who just lets you just sit up there and just be a complete asshole to start off. Okay, you act like you have some sense, and then we can have a conversation. Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hi. Hey, what's up?
Hi, how old are you? Hi, how old are you? Do you
Hello?
not know how a phone works? Hello, how are you?
Do I not know how a phone works?
Well, I've said hello, how are
Okay,
you
so
3 times and not gotten a
okay, all right,
response.
all right. So you think that women being in no,
Hello,
sorry, men being
hello, how are you?
okay? Hello, how are you?
No, no, that's what I said.
Okay, I'm saying it
That's
back.
what I said. That's what I said. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great today. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Um, yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
You don't want to go into detail about like women, yeah, I mean men and women's sports or anything like that?
Sure. How many trans people there were in the entire NCAA when Donald Trump signed his executive order?
I have no idea. I don't really think it's relevant.
How is it not relevant? If it affects almost no one, then why is that not relevant?
You said it doesn't affect anybody.
Well, you don't know whether it does or not because you don't know how many people it affected.
I mean, you're operating under the idea that it's okay for men to
No,
compete
no,
in
I'm not
women's
operating under
sports,
any
no?
idea. I asked you a simple question. How many people that were affected in the NCAA when Donald Trump signed his executive order banning trans people from playing in sports? How many?
How am I supposed to know that?
I don't know, a simple Google search?
Am, am I a Google machine?
No, but if you figured out how to get onto this live, I think you can figure out how to type that into Google. And if that is going to be your main framing of a conversation, that's the first thing that you want to talk to somebody about. I would assume that you would have done the most minimal research that exists.
It's not really research, it's just like useless information.
Okay, sir. Well, I will let you know. Okay, it affected less than 10 people. Okay, so it is a non-issue. Okay, right now gas prices are up the United States for 360 million people. Okay, right now, okay, gas is on the way to $4 a gallon for 360 million fucking people in the United States. Beef is at the highest it's ever been as a Memorial Day weekend, right? Grocery prices are through the roof. All right. We currently have spending billions of dollars at war, billions of dollars building ballrooms and arches and all sorts of things like that. And you, for some reason, think that I need to be concerned about less than 10 people that neither you or I can name playing in sports that you and I don't even know.
So,
No, 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 no. That was a question. So you want me to sit here on this live, okay, and be overly concerned with 10 people that neither you or I know that affected neither of our lives that you can't even name, okay? And you want me to sit here and go, oh, let's have this huge conversation about it. Sir, it is a non issue. It is a made up, fabricated, fear mongered issue, okay, that people on the right have for some reason made and decided to make it their entire fucking platform for some reason. I am not going to sit here and have arguments about whether people should play sports because I don't think the government should be involved in any sports, period. I don't want them telling me what a goal is in hockey or what a touchdown is in the NFL. I don't want any government agency telling us who's allowed in sports, who can play sports, and what the rules of those sports are. I want the
oh,
sports to be
so
able to do that,
you do
period.
believe that trans men should be allowed to compete
No,
in women's sports. You do believe that.
I do believe that sports can make their own decisions on it, and it is not a political issue.
No, it is a political issue. It's not even just a political issue. It's a moral issue because how
Well,
are you
I'm
going to
not
have
concerned
female
with it.
athletes
Okay,
competing?
awesome. So where do you derive your morals?
Fairness.
You derive your morals from fairness. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, partly. Yeah. Oh, how does that not make sense?
Because one of your morals is fairness. That's not where you derive your morals from.
How can it? I'm not really catching your drift here.
Where do you derive your morals from? Where do you in the universe, okay, or within yourself or within the universe, where, okay, do you look to and go, this is what where my moral standing derives from? That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know where do your morals derive from?
Yeah, so my personal morals derive from my feelings of humanism, right? That's where mine derive from.
I agree. I think that's a good moral to have. Okay, so continue.
Okay, do you watch the NBA?
Yeah.
Okay, have you been watching the
Sometimes.
playoffs?
Not really. I know what's happening though. What's up?
Okay, cool. Do you believe that it's fair that SGA just falls down every single time there's a shot? That every single time he shoots the ball, he just falls, and for some reason the refs just blow the whistle every single time.
Yeah.
You think that's fair?
No, that's not fair.
I agree. I don't think it's fair at all. Okay. I think it should be completely like outlawed. I think if you are found to have flopped in the NBA, you should immediately, like, it should be a foul against you and it should go against the other team immediately. Right? That's my personal feelings about it. Because I think flopping is annoying to watch in basketball completely, right? And it ruins the game, right? So me personally, I can't stand it, right? I think it's a detriment to the game, and I think that, it should be completely outlawed. But you know who I don't want to make that decision? The fucking White House. Okay.
Well, yeah.
You know who I don't want to make that decision is anybody in our executive or legislative or judicial branches, right? I want the NBA, okay, to make decisions on their own league on what's best for parity, okay, and who should be allowed to play and who shouldn't be allowed to play. I think that they need to make that because they are the money making business. They are the ones who are deriving their income, who create this entertainment for us, and whose job is to make competition, right?
Okay, but can I make it?
Hold on,
Can I
sir.
make my argument?
Hold
Okay.
on, sir. So just like I don't want the executive branch of the government deciding what the rules should be for flopping, I also don't want them deciding who is an actual competitor in those sports and who's not. All right, I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Okay.
Do you know that like 90% of trans athletes are trans men?
90% of athletes are trans men.
90% of trans athletes are trans men.
Oh, okay. So what? What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, so they were born with
They were
female
born a man.
genitalia, and they
Oh,
transitioned to be a man.
okay. Yeah, I've gotcha.
So not only
Gotcha.
Okay, so not only is this a non-issue to have trans people playing in sports, but the overwhelming amount of people that are trans that do play sports aren't the people that you guys complain about. Okay, it's not even that. They are the minimum. So they are not only, we have less than 1% of Americans that are trans, right? And then less than 1% of them, all right, or less than 10%, but I think it's like closer to like 4 or 5%. 4 or 5% of that 1% of 1% are what you would consider, are trans women, right? That are what you would consider a part of this
Okay,
problem.
so can I make my point now?
Have you not already done that?
Okay, so you're treating it as if like it's a platform for the company to showcase their brand and like and show a performance and like that they're like the focal point of it or whatever. They make the decisions or not the White House. But it's not really either of their platforms, right? It's not the companies or the White House, it's the athletes. The athletes it's built around them. So if you've got people who with an unfair advantage and that's not
there's
okay.
already players unions. There's already huge groups that are already doing that. Yeah, there are already huge groups that already do that for both professional and college sports that advocate on behalf of students, and it was never an issue. It was only an issue when Donald Trump and a bunch of Republicans tried to make it one. When the sports were left to their own, it was a non-issue because they were hardly existent. Okay? Because they were hardly existent. It is a made-up issue. The Heritage
I wouldn't
Found-
say it's a made-up
Sir,
issue at
sir,
all if
sir,
there are
sir,
still
listen to me.
trans
There are
female
literally
and trans male athletes.
The Heritage Foundation did a study, okay? You know who the Heritage Foundation is? Yeah, very right-wing think tank, very anti-trans, okay? They did a study to go out to find as many trans athletes as they possibly could, okay? That were competing in high school or college sports at any level, okay?
How many were there?
Not a single state hit double digits.
But they were in the single digits.
Every single one was in the single digits, and most states were in the 0, 1, 2, or 3 range.
You're not accounting for every single person, though.
I didn't count, sir. The Heritage Foundation did. The right-wing Heritage Foundation, the one that J.D. Vance works for, the one that wrote Donald Trump's entire plan for his presidency that he had on his website. I didn't count, sir. The incredibly extreme right-wing fucking Heritage Foundation think tank who literally wrote things like Project 2025, which J.D. Vance wrote the foreword for, could not find it. And they had every incentive to try to inflate the numbers as much as they could, and they still couldn't find it. This is a non-issue, and I am sick of people trying to make it a big deal. It's sad.
Can you tell the people in your comments to stop chimping out, please? Because
I'm not telling people in my comments to do shit. You are literally coming up on my live while we are in the middle of a fucking war, about to be in a fucking recession, trying to demonize a minority group of people. They can say whatever the fuck they fucking want.
Why are all the people in your chat so
I don't
fat
give a
or
fuck.
ugly?
Are you supposed to be talking to me or are you talking to my chat? Because if you want to just talk to my chat, I can excuse you down to talk to them.
You've got a lot of fat people in that chat.
Sir, you sound like you mouth breathe. Okay?
I sound like I'm out. I could put up a photo of myself. I can cam up here.
I promise you I don't want to see it. Anyways, do you have anything to actually talk about that actually matters, or are you just stuck so hard on trans people that you don't know where else to go from there?
So here's the thing about that is, like, I mog you, right?
So is that a no? You don't have anything else to talk about?
I mog you. I look like better than you.
Sir, inbreeding isn't good for the skin. I highly doubt it.
No, I am. You can check what I look like. You're a
Sir, I don't want to look at you.
You're a
Sir,
soft-featured bean. A soft-featured bean.
Sir, I don't.
You've got a soft face.
Okay.
You've got a soft bean face.
2, 1. Sir, if you want to hit on me, okay, just do it like a fucking man, okay? Don't be a little bitch about it where you're just up here like, oh, you have soft feet. Like, just be a fucking man. Come up and say, Paulie, you're a very, very attractive man, and I would love to go on a date with you. I'm not gonna do it because I don't date bigots, but just say it straight up. Don't waste this time just being like going all the way around like, oh, I think that let's compare like physical features against each other and all sorts of stuff, okay? It's really, 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 really fucking weird, okay? But sir, if you have nothing else with politics to talk about, I am going to excuse you from my live because I would like to talk to somebody with enough intelligence to actually have a conversation with me, okay?
Look at your ears.
Sir, I know that you're looking at them, okay?
I am looking at them. They're
I know,
funny.
because you're weird, all right?
They're funny.
All right. Anyways, this is the extent of MAGA I think that we have left. Okay. Weird. That was weird. Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, if that was an attempt at a troll, it was not a very good one. Go check out his first video so we can judge him publicly. No, I'm better than he is. Y'all, if you guys would like to support the live, first off, you still support Trump, if you still support Trump, or if you're still a Republican, you can join the guest request box or call on the number that's above my head. I really appreciate you guys. hit the make sure you guys are double tapping that screen. I really appreciate it. Let's get this thing up to 5,000 or 50,000 likes over there. Hit the like button if you're over on YouTube too. I need one meteor shower to clear out this gift goal. So this gift gallery. One. There's 500 people in here. Can I get one? Okay. I see people that have like literally like 13 people watching them that are a higher league than me. I know we can do one. Okay. Somebody's gifting them. All right. Thank you guys so much. And also, if you guys are over on YouTube, you guys can send super chats gifting. Capo, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Huge W's in the chat for Capo for that. Also, Scott, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says Trump is making USA a shit-smelling outhouse. Yes, he is. And C2 Low, thank you so much for the $10 also for calling out SGA. Shaking my head at the Flop King. Keep going, the damn thing, Paulie. Show these people their hypocrisy. Thank you so much, C2. Can we get huge up in the chat for C2 and for Capo for those two huge gifts? That is absolutely huge. I really, really appreciate that. All right. I don't know why this thing is tripping out over here as I try to bring up the next person. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, we got somebody loading in, maybe. That's weird to just come up and flirt with me, okay? That's weird to just come up and flirt with me. I'm just saying it is quite strange. Oh, and as soon as I click disconnect, that's when they show up. That's okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
45.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because he saved this country from the lunatic fringe.
Do you care to get more specific, or?
I can absolutely get specific. What would you like to talk about? We could talk about immigration.
What you just
the war
said.
in
You just said
Iran.
lunatic fringe. I don't know what the fuck you mean by that.
Right. I mean the leftist, quote unquote, progressive Democrat communists.
Leftists, progressives, Democrats, and communists are all four different things.
Anti-Christian, anti-American.
You can't even be all of those things at the same time.
Pro-trans.
You literally can't be all four of those things at the same time.
Who says you can't? There's
because they all mean different things that are all counter each other. Yeah.
Well, I guess somebody should tell all these liberal pro
I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you an example. So like leftists, right, have many of the same beliefs as progressives, but generally progressives want to fix the system from inside, where leftists want to tear down the system and start again, right? So you can't both want to fix it from the inside and tear it down, because there's no fixing it. You can't be both. You can't do both of those things, right? So that's like you either want to fix it from inside or you want to tear it down because it's unfixable. Which, again, I have no problem with either way that people think about that, but you can't really do both, right? I don't think that's possible, right? And if you're either of those things, you generally can't be a communist, right? But if you are a communist, you're generally not a Democrat, because you wouldn't agree with democratic ideals if you're a communist.
Well, if you were a communist, I guess you'd be a Soviet, right? Or a Chinese under Mao Zedong.
I'm pretty sure Mao Zedong and the Soviet Union have been gone for a long time.
And they weren't really communists, right? There's never been a real communist country. All the communist countries like Cuba and Russia and China, they weren't really communists.
Actually, those were all totalitarian. Are you doing that because you can't understand the word I said, or?
No, I understood the words that you said.
What word did I say?
Democrats say.
What word did I say?
The word totalitarian.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Would you like me to get Webster's out and define it?
Yes.
Because I could do that. I probably got
hurry
a
up.
dictionary around here somewhere, but I'm not
hurry
here. Well, I'm not your third grade
No, hurry.
teacher.
No, you
can
asked me.
figure it
You
out.
asked me you asked me if I wanted you to do it. I want you to do it. Go.
Well, like I say, I'm not a teacher. If you don't know the definition of the word
You can't read,
totalitarian,
huh?
you should go back to your liberal communist indoctrination school.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question: is totalitarian left or right?
Let me ask you a question. Do you know how you love to call right-wing American Christians Nazi?
That
Do you know how you love to do that, right?
well, if only the ones that are.
Right. Do you know
Yeah.
what the word Nazi means?
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me what it means. It's an acronym.
I'm sorry, I'm not your third grade teacher. You want me to pull out Webster's dictionary and go look it up?
Funny enough, I have the definition right here. It's an
Of course
acronym.
you do, sir. It's probably in that Mein Kampf book that you love, right?
No, I've never read that. I have read other books, though.
Sir, ones without pictures.
Some of them. What topic would you like to reorient to? Because
Sure.
this
What is the
going
definition
in
of
circles.
totalitarianism?
The definition of totalitarianism is Barack Hussein Obama.
Wow, you're really bad at this.
I'm really good at it. You guys think that word games are going to save you, but America still votes MAGA over and over again, and we're still winning.
All right. Well, if you think you're still winning, sir, then you need to stop smoking whatever pipe you're smoking and whatever's in it. But I'm going to move on to somebody else because I can tell this is a waste of a
Coward.
conversation, okay?
Winning.
All right, buddy. You go ahead and you make sure you take that medication, okay?
Uh-huh. Okay, you.
All right, buddy. Woo! We're not doing great, doing great right now, are we? We're not doing great at all. We're not doing great at all today, y'all. We're struggling. Y'all, can I make sure I get those heart me's over there too, if you guys wouldn't mind? I appreciate that. Yep, these people actually exist. These people actually exist. Oh, don't you start. Don't you start with that shit, TikTok. All right, I guess we're not getting the meteor shower today. That's okay. I forgive you guys. I'm gonna get it before the end of the damn week. I'm gonna get that damn meteor shower for the end of the week. I'm gonna get it. I'm telling you guys. If I have to go on a backup account and give it to myself. Yeah, and I'll do it. All right. Betty, thank you so much for the 2 Canadian. I appreciate that. I said, I bet MAGA approaches Polly and flirts daily. It's not daily, but it is too often. Okay. It is too often. Thank you, Betty. And Frost King, thank you so much for the $5. I can tell this caller is chased by many good ideas. It's a shame he's too fast for catching up to them. Yes. He is chasing intelligence, but intelligence is faster. He is chasing intelligence, but intelligence is faster. That is for damn sure. Hello, how are you?
Hello? Good, how are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 32.
What year were you born?
2020.
$32. You know, because some people do just sound young. You know what I'm saying? So I'll usually give you the benefit of the doubt. Like at first, you know? I'm not gonna like sit there and just like just, you know, I'm not a, you know, I'm not gonna like, you know, be like, put your ID on the screen or something. Like, I'm not gonna do all that. But that's wild. You're like 32. Like, bro, you don't sound like, you better say 19 with a voice like that, bro. You barely got enough age on there. Like, you don't even sound like you got any hair yet, bro. You better watch it with that shit. Yeah. And how bad at math do you have to be? Like, how bad at math do you have to be? to go 32 and then go 2020. That's wild. Anyways, y'all, again, if you support Trump or you're a Republican, you can call in on the number that's above my head or join the guest request box. Dancing Spider, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, or $10 over on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, all at Polypolitics. I appreciate you guys. Said for always standing up for the vulnerable and marginalized communities. Oh, thank you so much, Dancing Spider. I really, really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. And Scott, thank you so much for the 10, says, America has its fair share of fucking idiots that has never been educated over 4th grade. In that last caller's defense, he might have actually been in 4th grade. Okay? In that last caller's defense, he might have actually been in 4th grade. So. Thank you so much, Scott. Big W's to chat for Scott and for Dancing Spider. I also took a restriction, unfortunately. So hopefully I don't have to restart over here, but I did take a restriction, unfortunately. Boo! Boo! Restriction. Triple, thank you so much for the dragon crown. And Big T, thank you so much for the Pharaoh mask.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I was 18,
Where you were born?
2008.
Yeah, that sounds right. Anyways, what's up?
I was curious why you think Kamala is better than Trump, as I'm going to become an upcoming voter here, and I was curious what your stance was and why.
Well, first of all, I don't think that you'll be voting for Kamala Harris or Trump, and if you are voting for Trump, that's against the Constitution, so that should be a reason enough not for you not to vote for him right off the bat. Just a heads up. Second of all, okay, yes, with the midterms coming up, I believe that Donald Trump and the Republicans don't even do anything good. Can you please explain to me what Republicans do good for the country?
They've tried to lower taxes, which is something that I feel like does help.
10 of the last 11 recessions have come under Republicans.
This may be true. I'm just saying what they try to do. I'm not saying what they do or why they are better. I'm not saying I vote for the Republicans. I'm curious why you think the Democrats will be better.
No. We're having a conversation here. You're saying that you think the Republicans do better because they lower taxes. Now, what do you need to do? What do you need to lower if you're going to lower taxes?
Government spending. That
Bingo.
way you can lower
if
the
you're going to
income of the
lower
government.
taxes, you're going to have to lower government spending. Donald Trump just lowered taxes for corporations, and government spending is at an all-time high. Donald Trump has added more than national debt than any other president ever, $12 trillion so far, and still going. Okay, and that's why they're so bad for the economy. I don't really have that big of a deal with lowering taxes, but first of all, it's who it's lowered for, right? It should be lowered for the middle and lower classes, which is what Democrats tend to do, right? They tend to lower taxes for lower income people and increase taxes for upper income people in order to make up for that. While Republicans tend to lower taxes on the richest people that exist, right? And give maybe possibly temporary tax cuts to the middle class, but they end up eating more of the tax burden based off of that, right? And then you need to cut government spending in order to do that, which the Republicans continually claim that they do, but then they never actually do. They always say they're gonna do that, but then they end up doing things like starting most of the wars that we go into, so we end up spending a lot more money that way. Right. And then they make really bad financial decisions because by lowering those taxes on corporations and the ultra rich, what it ends up doing is creating stagflation, which causes more problems, right? Because all of the money ends up at the top and it doesn't end up actually flowing through our economy, right? So it's not an effective system. So what I'm saying is they might lower some taxes, but the way that they're lowering those taxes and who they're lowering those taxes to are completely ineffective and not helpful for the U.S. economy, for U.S. Consumers, for regular everyday people.
That makes sense. But I was also curious why then for majority of Democratic states, why do the people tend to leave those states constantly, the fastest?
That's not
the
true.
top
The most
three are
populated,
Illinois, New York, and Texas.
the most populated states in the United States are blue states.
Exactly, but they're constantly left.
Nope.
most.
Actually, California's population is on the rise. It's been on the rise for
And
like
where
3
are you
straight
pulling
years.
the statistic?
From census data. Yeah. You can see it. It went through a drop right around COVID time, right? They saw a reduction in the population. I think at the rate of like 1% or something like that. And then it was like it dropped for like 2-3 years. And then now it's been going up for like 2 or 3 years.
I just looked it up. It says the top 3 states that are losing population right now are California, New York, and Illinois.
All right, what data are you pulling
California
that
lost
from?
500,000 residents over recent
Where are
years.
you pulling that data
New York
from?
has seen the loss of the second highest
Hello?
loss.
Where are you pulling that data from?
Yes. Yahoo Finance.
Yahoo Finance. Okay, and where are they pulling that data from?
Yahoo Finance. From the
Yahoo
U.S.
Finance,
Census Bureau.
U.S. Census Bureau. Okay, and what year is that dated?
2023 through 2024.
2023, 2024 is when I just told you that they lost population right after COVID for 2 or 3 more years, and then since then it's been increasing. I already told you that happened. We're in 2026 now.
Nuh-uh. You're a freaking liberal weirdo.
And he's gone. All right. I literally just said that happened, did I not? I said it was lowering after COVID for like 2 or 3 years, and then after that it started picking back up. Thank you so much, Big T. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I was gonna put it in, but I knew that as soon as he dated it, it was going to freaking yeah. And dates are liberal propaganda. Dates are liberal propaganda. In case you were wondering. In case you were wondering. All right, let's see if we can move on to another person. Let's see. La, da, 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 da. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, your
What's up?
reception sounds horrible.
Sounds bad. Why?
I don't know. Are you like in like a mall or something maybe?
No. Might be. Oh, I live in the country, so could be. Just a reception.
No, it just there's a lot of background noise.
Can you
Like
hear
maybe
me
the
okay?
TV on or something.
Oh, no, that's my son playing a tablet.
Okay, well, awesome.
So I'll move away.
Yeah, I mean, don't leave your kid alone. I don't want any of that. But if you could move a little further away so we don't hear the
No,
noise
he's
over there,
not.
I'd appreciate that.
He's not like a baby. He's a kid. He's about to
Okay,
be a
well,
teenager soon.
he's gonna be a teenager
No.
soon. Oh, if he's gonna be a teenager soon, you can tell him to just shut that thing down. I don't give a shit about that anymore. I thought it was like a kid, you know. So that's different. So
Right.
yeah, if they're like a preteen, just shut. They shouldn't be on that much screen time anyway, right? Anyways, so how old are you?
No. Yeah, I'm in my 40s.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I support Trump, yeah.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
No, I was just listening to some of the conversation earlier. I don't know, you seem to be getting pretty upset. They're both like getting heated arguments.
I'm
so
not heated, sir.
You were like talking about a definition. You wanted the other caller to give you a definition, and then when he asked you to give him one, you told him you weren't his third grade teacher.
Sir, I gave him the
But,
exact same
I'd
answer.
say if you have a conversation, it should go
Sir.
like both
I gave
ways
him the
in
exact
that
same
aspect.
answer that he
But
gave me. That's why I said that. When I asked him for the definition of
uh,
totalitarian, he said, I'm not your third grade teacher, and so I'm not going to go look it up. So
mhm,
therefore, when he asked me for a definition, I told him the same thing because we get the same
yeah,
respect that we
well, that makes
give,
sense.
right?
I didn't really hear that part then.
Yeah. So I literally
But,
responded exactly the same way that he responded to me. All right. So respect is
no, that's
mutual,
cool.
respect is earned. And if if you're not gonna answer my questions, then I don't see why I should answer yours. That sounds fair, right?
No, that's fair.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So
I just wanted to like call about. I mean, when you were talking about what happens when you lower taxes, well, you got to lower government spending.
yeah.
Sometimes that is the case. Sometimes it's not. Like if people have more expendable income, they're going to spend more, and then they're going to have more tax revenue coming in from spending more. But uh, so I don't think it's always the case that you got to lower government spending. But I mean that's something we should be doing anyways.
Okay, well
We definitely
you're
should
making
make
an argument, and I understand your point on that, right? But then again, it depends on where that reduction of government spending is going and where those tax breaks are going. And for y'all that didn't hear what he was said, he was saying if you lower taxes and put more money into people's pockets, that they'll be able to spend more, and therefore they'll spend more in taxes. Okay, cool. I can vibe with that response, right? Like we're talking about the reduction of taxes in order to to stimulate the economy. The problem is that Republicans don't give the tax breaks that actually allow for that, right? Because those tax breaks would need to go to
no.
again the middle and lower classes on a permanent basis, and that number would have to be in excess of the tax reductions that go to the upper class. Republicans do the exact opposite. That the majority, the overwhelming majority of tax relief that was given under both the TCJA and HR1 in Donald Trump's first term, the overwhelming majority of the financial benefit that went to those tax cuts went to the top 1% and corporations.
Mhm.
So it's not putting more money in the
Yeah.
pockets of people that can actually stimulate the economy. If you're giving tax breaks to people that can stimulate the economy, I'm actually a big fan of that. I think that we should be like really focus on making sure that we actually give bigger tax breaks to small businesses, like businesses under like a certain amount of employees, and then cutting that off at a certain level of employees too, because I think that make allowing small businesses to thrive and catch up creates competition. I think that's great for our economy.
Mhm. Yeah, I think so. But the AI is going to kill a lot of small business. So I got that problem now too. But
Well, you're right. AI is going to kill a lot of small businesses. It's also going to take a lot of workers out of large businesses, right? But we're going to
mm,
have to be adaptable to that, right? I mean, like I say, like the car, the invention of the car took a lot of people out of business who, worked with horses, you know.
mhm,
We just have to
yeah,
adjust like automation as a whole, in the United States, the invention of computers, right? That, personal computers wrecked a lot of jobs and a lot of small businesses in the United States, right? And that sucks. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It does suck,
mhm,
but we have to be adaptable as an economy. But giving that flexibility by giving those tax cuts to the middle class allows for more flexibility in those regions, I think.
mhm. Yeah. Well, that's the problem between socialism and capitalism. Like America, we're adaptable to those things, but socialism is not.
Yeah, no one's really advocating for
But
socialism as a whole, right? Like even the countries
but
that are very
uh,
successful and like,
if you
that
listen to
are
the line, they are. I don't know if you're like.
listen to who?
I know a lot of these channels, but like the line, the Jimmy Snow, the line. I don't know
I'm
if you listen
familiar.
to those guys on.
I'm
Okay.
familiar. Yeah,
Yeah, they're big socialists.
there's a co-host on there, super hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I find them kind of annoying, but I know Jimmy is a big advocate for socialism, I don't think he understands it. I didn't know if you agreed with them or how you looked at them, but that's why I just made that mention.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
first of
the
all, I agree
socialism
with
there's no adaptation in it as well. It's not as adaptable as capitalism is to those kind of changes.
Yeah, again,
So
like I don't advocate for pure socialism. I advocate for stronger social safety nets, or what would be called democratic socialism, right? Countries like, countries like Norway or a lot of the Scandinavian countries, right, that have very, very strong safety nets, strong universal health care, strong child care, strong paternal leave, strong government, intervention that brings the floor up for people, right? Because capitalism, while it can be adaptable, actually has a very, very low floor, and where things like, where a lot of more socialist aspects with, an amount of capitalism together create a very, very strong and very, very resilient economy, right? And again, we see that with countries that do have a lot more stuff than that, right? Like again, a lot of the Scandinavian countries and even some of the European countries that
you
are
say
a
that
lot more
includes
resilient than
Canada?
ours. I'm sorry.
Would you say that includes Canada too? With the
Well,
way
again,
their
Canada is
system is
a
set up?
capitalist country with stronger social safety
Mm.
nets. That's all they are. They're not a socialist country. You can't name me a socialist country. I mean, the
North Korea.
North Korea is a totalitarian fucking, I don't know, monarchy almost, with like, like they're far from socialist, right?
Well,
Socialism
everything's
socialism
centralized.
requires the means of production to be owned by the people. The people, right? So if the government is for the people, and like the government owns certain corporations and that money is brought down to the people, then that is socialism. If it's kept up at the top, that's totalitarianism. That's not socialism.
I don't know. Well, what I was looking at and looking at things for like different socialist country, North Korea was like the biggest one that came up as socialist. So maybe AI is wrong in that aspect, but that's what they came up as. Like,
Yeah. So again, so the definition of socialism is the means of production is owned by the people, right? That's the definition, right? So lots of countries like call themselves socialists. Lots of countries call themselves communists, and some of them may have even started that way and like with an intent to do that, right? But that's not what's happening right now. In North Korea, there is a leader. Everybody else just kind of works for the machine, and all the money is funneled up to the elites, and and of course the supreme leader over there. You know what I'm saying? But if the people aren't seeing the any benefits of their efforts, then it's not socialism, right? Like a socialist thing would be like, say if there was no private companies or private power companies in the United States, right? And they were all owned by the government, but all of their production, like there was no upcharge for power in this country, right? Like it was literally your tax dollars go to pay for the production of power, and nobody is making money off that. The government just, uses your tax dollars to keep it running, then everybody gets power, right? That would be like a socialist thing, right? But because everybody's getting the benefit of that. Whereas opposed to North Korea, where they can't even they can't even get really power, right? Like the power is so spotty there because of how poorly the country runs their government, that they don't even get power. I was actually watching something today about how it's actually more luxurious, like in the United States, how it's more like luxurious to have like high-rise penthouses. In North Korea, it's actually more prestigious to have lower stuff because the power goes out so much that they don't want to have to take the stairs.
Yeah, and I know I've seen the picture of space from like North Korea, South Korea. There's not a lot of power in North Korea. It's not spread out. It's not built up like other places.
Yeah,
it's pretty controlled place by the government there.
Yeah, so like
I would not want to live there.
Yeah, so like that's why I
sure.
asked that guy what totalitarian is, and I pulled it up just so I could have a actual dictionary definition to help out, right? But totalitarianism is a form of government where the state asserts absolute, unmitigated control over both the public and private lives of its citizens. It tolerates no political opposition and strictly subordinates all aspects of society, including the economy, media, culture, and personal beliefs, to a single pervasive ideology. Now, does that sound like North Korea to you?
Yeah, it sounds like North Korea. Sounds like a lot of places.
Yeah, it sounds like North Korea.
Like
it sounds
like Iran too.
Sounds like Iran. Sounds like about 1930s Germany, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like all of those
that's
things.
why I'm not really against. I'm not really against the war in Iran because I mean they were out, from what they said anyway. They were out killing protesters who were protesting the government, and
You mean like they were
I
doing in
mean,
Minnesota?
yeah, I don't. And they were doing what they were doing in Minnesota. What they were doing in Iran, there would be a lot more people dead in the streets in Minnesota. But
Right. I'm just saying it's just kind of weird that you seem to have this big problem with protesters being killed for protesting when it happens over there, but not when it happens here.
I mean, there's a fine line in that one because, I mean, I know police officers as well as, the people that work for the government. When they're getting attacked or like what happened in that church, they found out that guy was working for ICE and they stormed the church and, I mean, they were terrorizing kids and all sorts of people in that church. I mean, they got the right to free assembly, but that right was kind of taken away.
Dude, ICE was literally
Even
sending
Don
tear gas canisters into vans with children in Minnesota.
I mean, it's possible.
No, it's not
But I mean,
possible. It's on
when you're
video
being
multiple
threatened,
times. Yeah. They're literally like gassing pregnant women.
I mean, they're shooting fireworks at police and all sorts of things as well.
Sir. The burden is on the government, okay? You're the one who was just talking about the government killing protesters, right? In response to protests. And now you're making an excuse for the government. You think Iran wouldn't do the same thing? You think Iran wouldn't be saying, like right now on their
No,
media
Iran
television?
would just run people over and kill
You
them.
think Iran wouldn't be on television going, well, they were being unruly. They were attacking us. They were going places they weren't supposed to be or doing things they weren't supposed to be doing. Literally the exact same excuses that you're making about ISIS conduct in Minnesota was the exact same excuse that Iran would be giving for mowing down their protesters
people were
in their
literally
country.
threatening ICE agents, their families.
The protesters in Iran were threatening the government. Were threatening IRGC members.
Okay. Well, I think Iran's government is a little different than America's.
I think it's much different from the United States, okay? But that's not the point. The point is, sir, is that if you're going to say that you're against, Iran, killing their citizens over protest, which I'm very, very much against, then you also need to be against this administration sending their little, secret police to Minnesota to kill protesters.
The question is, did the administration said, go to Minnesota and kill protesters? That was the order.
Do you know that the administration did that in Iran?
Well, I'm not talking about Iran. I'm talking about.
We're making a comparison, sir. Then that comparison matters, then, right?
Well, I'm sure the government in Iran was like, take out the protesters, just kill them. Who cares?
They have a decentralized government. The administration wouldn't need to do that, but that's beyond the point.
I don't think the Trump administration or American government said, go kill protesters in Minnesota.
I don't believe they are either, sir, but they still set up the opportunity for it to happen and then defended the killings instead of the protesters.
Well, I mean, they were threatening to disrupt everybody's lives.
Alex Pretty was sitting on the side of the road and the ICE agents came up to him. And then they shot him in the back unarmed.
And the one with the person being dragged from the car? That may be a different one than I've heard about.
Nope, they shot him in the back 12 times on the ground.
The lady, what's her name? Good? Something Good?
Renee Good.
Renee Good, yeah. Yeah, I heard about her. I heard the one in Chicago. I believe it was Chicago. Because the one guy was like dragging the ICE agent by, like, he was being dragged with the car.
Sir,
got shot.
I don't know what this has to do with anything. Like, please, sir, and just be completely honest with you, sir. What I'm saying is, okay, is that the Trump administration set this thing up and then killed protesters, and you seem right now to be making excuses for the government doing
Intentionally?
that, and now you're trying to find other instances to
You're saying they did
justify
it
the murders that happened.
just are you saying they did it intentionally just to kill people?
I'm thinking
That's pretty
I already
strong
gave you that answer, sir.
accusation.
Sir, what was the answer I just gave you?
You said I don't think, but they did set it up so like you gave me like basically two different answers on
Nope,
it.
I gave you one answer. No, I do not think that they told the ICE agents to go kill people, but they did set up the
There you go.
situation that escalated the violence and then defended the murderers, not the protesters.
There you go.
There you go. What?
So you just gave me two answers.
That is not two answers. That is very much one answer.
Well, it can't be they didn't, but then they also did. I don't think they did, and I don't think they were told to go out and kill anybody. They pretty much stayed
You don't
away,
need
and
to be, sir.
you're getting harassed. I was
Sir,
watching a
you
video.
don't-
They're outside
you
the
don't-
ICE facilities
You don't
saying
need to be,
kill
sir.
ICE. No,
Nobody's
they were on
chanting
YouTube,
kill
like,
ICE, sir.
streaming. Yes.
Sir,
I
I have a
watched it
lot
live,
of
dude,
I have
when
a
they were in
lot of friends.
California.
I have lots of friends at
They were
those
in
protests, and
California
that's not
streaming
happening. Okay,
It
they're
did
saying
happen live,
fuck
dude.
ICE.
I
They're doing a
watched it, like, every night.
a whole bunch of fuck ICE, which also, just for
Just
the
like they
record,
didn't say
fuck ICE.
the only
right?
good cop is a dead cop when the same kind of protesting was happening.
ICE aren't even cops, so doesn't even matter.
I know they're immigration enforcement officers. They enforce immigration law, and we have a lot of those too. I mean, you're telling them they shouldn't be enforcing the immigration laws or doing their jobs, and that they're totally okay to be subject to harassment, being threatened, and they can't protect
What are you
their
talking about being
lives when
threatened, sir?
their lives
Alex
are in
Preddy
immediate
was
danger.
on the side of the road. ICE agents came up to him, then shot him in the back 12 times while he was unarmed. He was not threatening. He was not saying anything to them. He was standing on the side of the road videotaping, which is 100% his right. Renee Nicole Good was in her car. ICE agents approached her, not the other way around. ICE agents came up to ICE agents came up to her, approached her, and then they shot her in the face. That is not someone going up to ICE and threatening them. That is not anyone saying anything to ICE. ICE agents went to those people, and then when ICE agents went to those people, they killed those people, sir. You don't get to go and up to other people, start threatening people, and then claim self-defense, sir. That's not the way it works, sir. That's not the way it works. By the way, she wasn't blocking the road at all. Literally, the ICE agents, the first ICE agents, drove right past her.
See, this is probably why they responded the way they did, because somebody got as hostile as you are right now.
I'm not being hostile, sir. You're just ignoring all fucking reality to literally defend a government killing its own citizens for exercising their free speech, and you're defending the government doing it, sir.
Yeah, I'm exercising. I'm telling you the whole story on one of them because I watched the whole thing.
Obviously, you didn't.
I had the whole video of Renee Good there.
Sir, who was there first? Who was there first, sir? Was Renee Good there? Sir, was Renee Good there? Or were the ICE agents there?
ICE was there first.
So what you're telling me is ICE was there, right? Then, sir, obviously you didn't see the whole video because literally she pulls up. There's 6 different cars, sir. Listen. Don't make me pull up the video and make you look like an idiot, sir.
Well,
I'm trying to be respectful, but this is a fucking joke, okay? Literally, literally almost a dozen cars drove right by her car, including ICE agents who drove right by as she was waving them by, okay? as she was waving them by. And while she was waving them by, and one of the ICE agents drove past her, then a bunch of ICE agents got out of the car, walked up to her, and then shot her in the face.
Told her to leave.
Okay?
They walked up to her and just shot. Oh, okay.
Oh, they walked up to her to tell her to leave? Then why did they shoot her when she tried to leave?
They told her to leave.
Oh.
Because she didn't leave.
Oh, then why'd they shoot her?
Or whatever got out of the car.
Then why'd she get shot in the face then?
Because she was like flooring it and ran into the ICE officer.
Because she tried to fucking leave.
Well after she was.
Oh my God. So the ICE agents came, told her to leave. She tried to leave and got shot and murdered for it. Yeah, I would run too. He ran, but I would run too. Holy shit, dude. If they told her to leave and she's leaving, then why did she get shot in the face? Laura, thank you so much for the laughing disco. I really appreciate that. Sorry, it's just always the same people. It's always the same people who are like, Iran was shooting protesters, but then they're like, oh, the protesters were wrong in the United States. It's like, anyways, can you all do me a favor? Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys like to support the live, first of all, can we get this thing up to 100,000 over here on TikTok? I really appreciate that. Also, we're working on the live gift goal, the Pharaoh hats over here. We're almost to halfway, so if you'd like to support, I really appreciate you guys on that one. I do have super chats and gifting over on the YTs too. So if you guys like support there, I really appreciate you guys. Also, make sure you guys are following my podcast. Spotify, Apple Music, the Polypolitics Podcast. First episode next week. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll play Laura, thank you so much for the picnic basket too. I really appreciate that. Speaking of super chats, Betty, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Maga says that baby got in the way of the bullet. Yeah, for real. Yeah, thank you so much, Betty. Also, yes, for everybody asking in the chat, it does look like it is confirmed that we are striking. Well, that was the one that happened earlier, where we're apparently striking Iran in self-defense. Apparently, if we start bombing them in their country, right, then that's in our self-defense. I thought we had a deal, y'all. Didn't we have a deal? I thought we already had a deal. Thank you so much, Hoodie, for the Pharaoh. I thought we had a deal. I thought their military was obliterated and there was no way they could attack us. I thought not only did we have a deal, but there was no military left. Okay? And I thought we were in a ceasefire. Sorry. Maybe I'm confused. All of these deals and everything get a little bit confusing after a while, right? We're in all the deals and all the ceasefires, and they have no military, and we're attacking them in self-defense. And y'all still believe this shit, dude. And there's some of y'all out there that are still like, oh, I love Trump. This makes so much sense. Like, I can't. This is just great. This makes me so happy. Y'all, thank you guys so much for the support. Zepho, thank you so much for the $5 super chat too. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Said, even if she wasn't leaving, that's not punishable by death. This guy is a joke. Yeah, even if everything was the case on that, literally the guy shot her from the passenger side window in the face. Like, holy shit. Anyways, thank you so much, Zeph. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here and helping support the live. You guys are amazing. Amazing. Laura, thank you so much too for, I just saw that high five over there. Thank you. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you? Hello. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and drop you. Move on to the next person. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Awesome. What year are you born?
2005.
2005?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's 26 minus 5?
Do you think it's 21?
Oh, okay. So if you were born in 2005, well, how old would you be?
19. I was born on.
Oh, wow. Jesus. Guys, I'm pretty sure Common Core Math has I'm pretty sure Common Core Math has destroyed our education system. Okay? I'm pretty sure Common Core Math has destroyed our education system. All right? Like I'm not saying that I'm like the best at math. I'm not even close to claiming I am. Okay? I'm gonna have to get screeners back in here. I had to shut off the screeners for a bit because Colin Studio is having a problem. But it looks like with all the kids in here, I'm gonna have to make sure I get some new screeners in here, or not some new screeners. Get my screeners back in here because goodness gracious. He was about to say, "You think I'm stupid?" Yes, I do. I know that because 2005 was the year I graduated high school. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar with what year 2005 was. All right. Yeah. Do we got any other 05 grads in the house? I see Progressive Lens over there, Meltree, Sirius. I'm seeing some 05 grads up in here. No, no Hernandez. I'm seeing a bunch. Watchtower. I'm seeing a whole bunch of 05 grads in there. Hoodie, thank you so much for the Pharaoh mask again. I really appreciate that. Do we have any? I see Laura over there. Do we have any other? And JW. Do we have any other class of 86? Winston. If you're class of 86, show out for a second. Well, also, if you still support Trump, call on the number that's above my head or join the multi-guest request button. Hit the multi-guest request button. We'll have a conversation. Where's 86 in the house? I need to see my 86 grads. Mother. Flower Child. JW. Helen. All right, cool. Jay. See if you. I was just asking because that's the year I was born. So I wanted to just make y'all feel real old real quick. All right. That's the year I was born, and I'll be 40 this year. So, yep, that's the year I, yeah. Yeah, y'all are at your 40-year reunion over here. Y'all are hitting up that 40-year reunion, all right? Almost unk. I keep getting people keep sending me the the unk gift on YouTube. I keep getting the unk gift. Oh, there it is, and Zoe just sent it. There it is. Zoe just sent it. Unk alert. Is it 40 when I officially become an unk? Is that what it is? Do I officially become an unk at 40? Is that what it is? 32 and up? 32 seems young. 32 seems young. I don't know if I'm okay with that. Do I act like an unk? Do I give unk vibes? Is that what it is? You're 26 and you're 26, your girlfriend calls you unk? That's weird. Someone said I'm still nephew, so I think I'm doing all right. Do you wear socks with sandals? No, I do not. I do not. No socks and sandals. I do not own a pair of jorts. All right. Gray beards are unk? Well, then I'm starting. If gray beard is unk status, I'm starting. We're getting there. Unk in training? Yeah, no, I don't got any fanny packs. Oh no, actually, that's a lie. I actually tatted shush. No, it's not. I actually not only own fanny packs, but I own like really nice fanny packs. Okay? And I truly honestly enjoy when I get to wear them. Like I truly honestly enjoy when I get to wear them. Hold on, do socks and Crocs count? Oh, well then yeah, I 100% do that. Yeah, I wear socks and Crocs all the time. Yeah. 100%. I literally like live in socks and Crocs.
Hello?
Like I live in them. It's like yeah, it's bad. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
19.
Why do you guys say like every time you guys say 19, I just know you're lying.
I'm not.
Literally in the auto screen it says you're 18.
How am I 18?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
That's weird.
Anyways, it literally says from the last time he called that he was 18 years old. Yeah, it said from last time he called that he was 18, and now all of a sudden he's 19.
What's up? 30 male.
What are you wearing, 30 male?
I'm wearing some joggers.
Oh,
I support Trump though.
oh,
You want to
okay.
debate me?
No.
Why don't you want to debate? You're live. You want to talk about my new song then? Link it by everybody. Go check out my song. I support
I
Trump, dude.
definitely don't want to do that. Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to tell me why E. Jean Carroll was falsely accusing?
All right. Anyways. Yeah, no, I'm good. Hello,
What's
how are
up?
you?
I'm good, man. So, why was the last guy talking about E. Jean Carroll and you kicked him?
I don't know what he was talking about. I usually just don't listen to people that can't come up and say hello like adults.
Oh, hello, like an adult.
Oh.
So why? So you say, why do you still support Trump? Why shouldn't I?
You want me to answer your negative?
You can answer the question. Here's a
Why
direct
shouldn't
question.
you? He's a
Yeah,
felon.
why should I not?
He's adjudicated a sexual assault. He started a war. He said he wasn't going to. He's raised all of your fucking prices. Yeah.
Not as bad as Biden did, though.
Not as bad as Biden did. What did Biden do to raise your prices?
Well, we can start with the fact that, the XL pipeline executive order, refineries in America that still haven't actually reopened after he closed them. That's the main reason why our gas is as expensive as it is, because we're the top oil producer in the entire world. But we have to send our oil elsewhere to get refined and brought back to us. Do you think that there would be a premium involved in that?
So first of all, Donald Trump literally sold off our two largest refineries in his first term to Saudi Arabia. So I don't actually know what you're talking about when you're talking about people
If
selling
you
off
don't know what
refineries.
I'm talking
I'm
about, you
still
shouldn't be
talking.
on
I
the
let
live.
you finish.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be on a live if you don't know what I'm talking
That's
about.
fine. I would rather not be on the live than
Goodbye,
have.
sir.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I'm gonna respond to you whether you're here or not. I really don't give a
I
shit.
don't fucking care, dude. You're an idiot. You
I
don't
thought
even
you
know
were
what I'm
leaving.
talking about.
I thought you were leaving. Thank you. So on top of that, there's been way more refineries that have been closed under Donald Trump than there has been under Joe Biden. On top of that, the Keystone XL pipeline did not carry any oil that would be helping the United States citizens at all, because it was Canadian oil and it was tar sands oil that wouldn't be helping the prices. I can't believe in the year 2026 that we're still talking about that. You guys are kind of weird to be on that. And to be completely honest with you, it's even weirder. Is we became the world's largest producer of oil under Joe Biden. Yeah, we weren't the world's largest producer of oil until Joe Biden became the president. Yeah. By the way, the Keystone XL pipeline was stopped by the Supreme Court, not by Joe Biden. Anyways, would you like to respond? Oh, my bad. You're actually just a whole little bitch that ran away. That's right. My bad. I'm sorry. It's crazy to be that much of a bitch. Holy shit. Hello, how are you? Yep, that seems like an accident. Yeah, can you imagine being that much of a fucking bitch that you just fucking go up there, yell some bullshit, and then run away before anybody can respond? Can you imagine being that much of a bitch? That's wild. It's what people do when they know that literally anything that they say, if under the tiniest little microscope, will get completely destroyed. That's usually what happens. Anyways, again, y'all, if you guys like to support, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I put the meteor shower back up there. I'm gonna try to clear this gift gallery one more time. So if you guys like to support, I really appreciate that. Miss Squidward, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It's really funny how guy never heard of Alex Preddy either. Yeah, just the most important person in this whole situation, and just all of a sudden just non-existent. Very strange. Very strange. Thank you so much, Miss Squidward. W's in the chat for Miss Squidward. Oh, you're good, right? I'm just trying over here. Tariq, thank you so much for the high five. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Hi. So I support Trump because he's a new libertarian phalangist. And do you know what that is?
I couldn't even understand what you said.
I said I was a new libertarian phalangist.
Okay, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Hello? Are you one of God's special children? He sounds like one of God's special children's. That's okay. We forgive him. We forgive him. I have no idea what the fuck he said or if it matters. Oh, thank you for commenting so I can block you. I appreciate that. I was like, man, I should have blocked that guy before he came over here. And I want to appreciate. I just want to say I appreciate you coming back up here and allowing me to do that. Thank you so much.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on? I am kind of a moderate, and I was just seeing if you could like change my mind to the liberal side or like Democratic side, and I was just wondering,
probably not.
Why is Kamala Harris, guys, and what if she could what can she do for me and my thing to?
Kamala Harris hasn't been politically relevant in a year and a half. She's not going to do anything for you.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, but like I was just wondering if you can like change my like point of view of the party, because I think it's just a party. I don't know that much about politics, and I just wanted to learn more. So can you like teach me a little bit?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I was just seeing like why do people argue, or what's so wrong with the Republican Party, and why guys argue with it so much? Like every
What's
time
wrong with it? What's wrong with the Republican Party?
Yeah.
Literally, their entire platform is hating on trans people and immigrants.
Okay.
Literally, so like, Ken Paxton just won. The Texas Republican primary. Right. That just happened. Was it yesterday? Yesterday. Right.
Yep. Okay.
Just happened, and in his acceptance speech, okay, there was only like 3 things that he said about his opponent. Right. 3 things. None of which were true. Okay.
Okay.
He said the Democrats are running the most radical leftist person that exists, which, by the way, James Tallarico is damn near a fucking Republican with progressive views. Okay. So like nowhere near that. But he said his main policy, first thing he would do is like support trans people. He never said that. He wants to have a wide open border. He never said that. And he's running a vegan campaign, which he's not even a vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 3 things. The entire Republican platform for the largest Republican state in the United States, his entire platform was that his opponent is a radical leftist Not true. Who just wants to let undocumented immigrants in? Not true. Who's a vegan because I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything like that, and is like trying to just help there be more trans people. That's the
Okay.
entire Republican platform. Why would I support that?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of true.
Okay,
Like,
but outside of that, what have Republicans done for you? Like, seriously, like, what have they done? You have Donald Trump right now. Your gas prices are higher. Your grocery prices are higher. We're at war. All three things that he said he wasn't going to do. Okay. He like
Okay.
none of them are correct, right? He's given giant tax breaks to the rich people. He's destroying history with the was it the East Wing of the White House, right? Putting a UFC ring on the White House fucking lawn, right? He's supporting policies that freaking, kick out people that are legal US citizens here, trying to overturn the Constitution, right? So your prices are higher, your Constitution's not safe. He's attacking things like the First Amendment, where I think he has like almost a half dozen court cases where he said he's been in violation of the First Amendment just since he's been in office, right? And so you have all of these negatives, right? You got, higher unemployment, right? Lower job creation than we've had since COVID, right? So the economy's not doing bad. I think beef just hit its highest in like American history was just over Memorial Day weekend. So you're getting no benefits as an American citizen from Donald Trump being president, right? On top of that, right? He's quadrupled his net worth. He's sued the Justice Department to put money directly back into his pocket. He sued the IRS to literally fund people that attacked the Capitol on January 6th. I'm sure he's going to find a great way to make sure a lot of that money gets into his own pocket. And if you just even add onto that the personal stuff of him being a 34 times felon, him being an adjudicated rapist, right? Him sexualizing his daughter, him sexualizing a 10-year-old, right? And he's been found to be in the Epstein files, 100,000 times at this fucking point? Like, what benefit? And this is the person that is overwhelmingly supported by the Republican Party and the leader of the Republican Party, right? What benefit are you getting from him being president? And I mean that honestly. Like, what benefit are you getting?
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of bad stuff from your point of view and a lot of other people's point of view, I'm sure.
Right,
I mean,
but I'm giving you the opportunity here, man. Like, if you have something that's like that, you're like, oh, Donald Trump is giving me X, Y, Z. I'm listening, but I just can't.
I don't know that much about politics, and I just came here to see you as like if your point of view.
Understood.
Yeah.
And I apologize. So let me rephrase the way I'm saying that. Okay, let me rephrase the way I'm saying this a bit. Okay. I'm not saying that the Democrats are perfect by, in the long shot, because they're very, very much not. Okay. Democrats have a whole shit ton of problems. Okay. I was not a huge fan of Joe Biden. All right. Personally, as my, just as me, right? I think that he was way too far to the center, and I feel like, he was way too old, and I wasn't a huge fan of Joe Biden. Okay. Truthfully, I wasn't. Okay. But Joe Biden gave us, an economy that the Wall Street Journal called the envy of the entire world. We've recovered from COVID faster than any industrialized nation on the planet, right? We had the largest infrastructure bill in American history. We had things like the PACT Act, which significantly increased the health care that our veterans are able to get, right? We had the Chips and Sciences Act, which isolated us from Taiwanese semiconductors, allowed us to be able to create our own microchips in the United States easier, right? He was able to isolate us from, things like Chinese cars to help the auto industry to help to thrive in the United States. We had a record level of job creation. We had very, very good unemployment rate, right? Unemployment rate that I believe was actually historic at like 3.5, I believe, or something like that, right? So like, even with me not even like loving Joe Biden, I can easily point to like about like 8 to 10 things right off the top of my head that I can look to his presidency and go, wow, that's amazing, right? And that's for a president that I consider pretty mediocre on the left, right? I turn that to the right, and it's the exact opposite, right?
Yeah.
Like the 10 things are, if I had to name 8 or 10 things, I don't even think I could. And if I could, they would be so minuscule, like it wouldn't even be like super even effective to what we're talking about, right? It would be like, oh, Donald Trump made it where I don't have to take my shoes off in the airport. I
Yeah,
mean,
that doesn't.
that's awesome, but it doesn't really. It kind of pales in comparison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to all like the Joe Biden and all the great things he's done and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And so and that's why I asked if you you just compare it, right? You just put the two right next to each other. You can go back even further, right? Like look at Obama, look at how well he recovered us from the 2008 recession and housing bubble crash, how fast we recovered the job creation rate, the unemployment rate, the slowing of the deficit, right? Like the incredible slowing of the deficit under Obama. Of course, Obamacare, right? The Affordable
Yep.
Care Act, which gave like 20 million people that were previously ineligible health care in the United States. And then let's go back to the Republican before that. What did we get? We got a recession, right? We got Iraq, we got Afghanistan, and then granted there was the terrorist attack in 2001, of course, like that. But again, that happened under a Republican president, right? And I'm not trying to directly put blame on him for that, but it is the truth,
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and if we just go back before that, you go to Clinton. Last time our budget was balanced, right?
Yeah.
And we just keep going back to the first and second Gulf wars, the destruction of the middle class under Reagan. 10 of the last recessions have happened under Republican presidents. So
Yeah. So
sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering, what are the main accomplishments that Kamala Harris has done? I mean, just give me more I don't know how to.
But again, sir, I think you're hyper focused on Kamala Harris for some reason, for somebody that already lost an election and isn't running again. I'm not trying to prove to you that Kamala Harris is better. Kamala Harris, you're never going to have the chance to vote for Kamala Harris again, right?
Okay.
And we're comparing presidents right now, and she was never president. Right? Did she have accomplishments as a district's attorney, as an attorney's general, as a senator, as the vice president? Absolutely, she did. Right? But she was never president. I'm comparing presidents right now, and she'll never be president, as far as I know. And from my personal opinion, I don't even want her to run. Right? I don't think that she should run again. I think that we have other candidates that would be better to run in 2028. So making that comparison doesn't really make too much sense for me, right?
Yeah,
just me personally.
I don't understand that either, because that was kind of a dumb question, not knowing that she was not going to run again in 2028 and stuff like that.
I don't think it was a dumb question. I understand your question. I just don't understand. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Also, just one last thing before I get out of here. Why? Give me two more reasons why I should vote in general, basically for either the Republican, which I'm probably not going to, or the Democratic Party.
Yeah. So let's start with just you said 2 good reasons.
Yes, or more.
Can I make it a little bit broader than that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, perfect. I appreciate that. All right. Let's start with the midterms. Okay, because the reason why we vote, because voting in the midterms, which are this year, are more important than worrying about what you're voting for in 2028. Okay, and the reason for that is the direct attack on our rights as Americans and our rights that are given to us in the Constitution. Right, things like the attack again on the First Amendment, right, where the Trump administration has threatened, television agencies to make sure that they're not, that their people aren't saying things that they don't like, where they've expelled reporters out of the White House and out of the Pentagon for reporting on things that they don't like. Every single time he's asked a question that he doesn't like, he just berates the news agency instead of actually talking about the topic that's on hand, right? He's been in direct attack of that. He's been in direct attack of the 14th Amendment for things like birthright citizenship, right? So we need to vote in the midterms so that there is a check on the presidency, right? What we're supposed to have is 3 co-equal branches of government: the legislative, the judicial, and the executive. Currently, the judicial has pretty much ruled that he has broad immunity, right? So they're refusing to check the president. The legislative, which is, both the Senate and the House are both Republican controlled, and he has threatened them into not being a check on him also. And if anybody does become a check on him, and even in the most minute way, Thomas Massey, for example, right? Then he immediately primaries them. So we need to have a check on executive power. And the only way you're going to do that is to vote for Democrats, because Republicans have shown that they are too afraid of Donald Trump in order to stand up to him on any meaningful manner. Okay, so why you vote Democrat in the midterms, it is specifically to put a check on presidential power, because regardless of who the president is, whether that's on the left or the right, doesn't matter. Okay, we don't want an executive that has full control over everything, right? We want there to be checks both from the judiciary and from the legislature. We want to have checks on that president. And that, again, that goes for both sides. I don't want, Barack Obama's the best president of my lifetime. I still want him to have checks, right? I don't want him to just be able to rule, at his behest whenever he wants. So that's why
Like
you
a
vote
king or
Democrat.
whatever.
Like a king, exactly. Like a monarch, exactly. So you don't want that. So that's why you vote Democrat in the midterms. And honestly, you'll probably never hear me say this ever outside of this, and it's literally has become a vote blue no matter who situation for the midterms, right? Because of our lack of check on the presidency that currently exists, because that is a threat to democracy and that is a threat to rights for every single person in the United States. I've never said that about any election ever, and I may never say it about another election after this. But for this midterms, just because we need to make sure that we have that check, I do believe it for this midterms. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Now,
Thank you
moving.
for your time, sir.
Hold on. Okay. That's fine. We can leave it there.
Oh,
We can leave it
that's
there.
on me. You keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, in 2028, it's a completely different story, because we really need to look at the candidates that exist there, right? And so far, what it looks like is it looks like we're going to see somebody like JD Vance or Marco Rubio that is going to be taking the reins from the Trump administration in 2028. And that is a continuation of the current administration that we have, and we can't have that, right? Now, with that said, we do need to make sure that the Democratic candidate is somebody who's upstanding, is somebody who actually has the best, the best will for the country going forward. I think that is incredibly important, to not just vote on who we think is the most electable, and actually get somebody who is actually going to try to pass progressive policy to help further this country. Okay, I think that is very, very important, to not just go blue no matter who. I think it is very important to put a check on the Democratic Party in order to make sure that we're getting the right candidates in that. But we also cannot allow this administration to continue the same way that it's going. We have to be able to put a check on that, and we need to be able to switch before they just get out of control. And I would think that would be my reason for 2028.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate your time. You really brought some knowledge into my brain right here, especially for someone that does not know really anything about what's going on in politics right now. Thank you for your time. I really think I'm going to vote for Democrats this midterm. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. You have a good one. All right.
Yep. You too.
Not a bad conversation. W's in the chat for guests. Do we get W's in the chat for guests? And W's in the chat for Polly too. I don't know. I think I did a pretty good. I think I got full teacher mode there. I think I went full teacher mode there. I think I went full teacher there mode for a second. It's funny too. I said for a long time I would not be a good teacher. I think I didn't do too bad there. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. They're not all that pleasant, unfortunately. But I wish for more pleasance. Lovely Goddess, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, if you need someone to convince you to switch parties or to vote a certain way, that means you're gullible, or am I just reaching by saying that? Depends on the person. I don't know if I really agree with it for that person. I think that they were really just trying to learn, and I think that that's a good thing. But a lot of times, yeah, maybe sometimes. I think it could go either way on that. So I'll give it a 50-50 on that. If y'all would like to support the live, I do have super chats. First of all, big W's chat for Lovely Goddess. Thank you so much for that super chat. I really, really appreciate you. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys like support the live, again, first of all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Also, if you guys would like to support the live, I do have the, like I said, the meteor shower, the singular gift goal up there. But if you guys would like to send other gifts too, I really appreciate that. They do go a long way to helping out. Also, I do have super chats. I have gifting over on YouTube too, so I really appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. And we're gonna move on to the next person. Hello, how are you?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
45.
All right, man. I think you said 45, but it sounds like you're talking to me from another room.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, bro?
Not much better, man. I'm sorry. Do you have like a Bluetooth on or something? I don't know what's going on here.
I got my earphone on. Is that cool? Is it better or no?
No,
It
now it
is.
sounds like you're underwater.
Okay, hold on. I got you, bro. I'm sorry.
Mishi, thank you so much for the galaxy. W's the chat for Mishi.
All right, you there?
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Is that better, bro?
That does seem to be a little bit better, yes. So, what's on your mind?
No, man. No, it's all good. You was asking why people still support Trump.
Yes. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because from my perspective, he seems like he's more of a law and order type of president. He's focused on defending the homeland from outside terrorist influences and stuff out here. Yeah, it looked like he's getting into all of the fraud that's going on in the country.
He's literally just created
Yeah.
a slush fund to pay off a bunch of people that attacked Capitol
I'm
Police
just saying that
officers.
from my perspective, that's what it looks like.
Well, yeah, and I'm asking you to please justify if you're saying he's more law and order, how he literally just created a $1.8 billion slush fund to pay off people that attacked Capitol Police officers. And he's literally getting sued by those Capitol Police officers to stop it. How that's protecting law and order.
Because he's cracking down on all of the fraud that's going on in the country with all this goofy stuff going on with illegal immigrants getting access to subsidies. Not saying that it's legal for them to do it, but illegals, they find ways to get past the system.
Well, first of all, about half of the singular pardons that Donald Trump has signed since he's been president have been pardoning people for fraud. So that doesn't make any sense. Okay. And second of all, what undocumented immigrants are doing fraud?
Shit, my cousin, he an undocumented immigrant, and he gets he been finessing the country and stuff. I ain't hating on him, but yeah, it's definitely a thing. They get
awesome. And what is Donald Trump doing about your cousin?
Yeah, my cousin, he self-deported.
Gotcha. So he didn't punish him for the fraud?
Nah, he gave him a chance. He gave him a warning.
So what you're saying is Donald
here.
Trump said that he committed fraud, and then Donald Trump was like, "Thank you for committing fraud. Go ahead and take the money that you got for fraud and leave the country." So he literally helped. So he literally aided and abetted.
No. You're missing what I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is he literally self-deported because he didn't want to get hemmed up by ICE.
So he literally aided and abetted.
Yeah, aided and abetted? No, he left on his own cognizance.
I'm not talking about your cousin. I'm talking about Donald Trump.
I'm talking about what he did that I agreed with.
Yeah, aided and abetted.
I guess you missed what I said, bro.
You said that he committed fraud and then self-deported. So what you're saying is that he committed fraud in the United States, which is a crime, and then Donald Trump paid him to leave the country.
Say he paid him.
You said
I
he's
didn't say he paid him.
self-deported. Yeah, people that
Yeah, he
self-deport get what?
self-deported. He left.
$1,000 under the Trump administration?
No, I think he left before that.
Oh, when did he leave?
I think just before, right when he said, right when he figured that he was gonna win. He left right shortly after he got put in.
Oh, gotcha.
Before he even got
Yeah.
do the put that
Oh, yeah.
executive order in.
This 100% makes sense and in no way sounds like a lie.
It ain't a lie. You can say it's a lie,
No,
but it ain't.
this 100% sounds totally legitimate in every way,
Whatever.
shape, and form.
It don't
And
matter.
I just want to
I'm
thank
not here
you
to.
for
I'm not here to.
this
I'm not here
awesome
to
story.
convince you. I'm just
Yeah.
saying what it is.
Yeah. So that 100% was your, like, are you going to tell me next that you're that he also, like, crossed the border illegally, and maybe he was like, your cousin was trans or something, or like,
I'm not cool.
Do you have any
I'm
other?
not cool with the kids getting
You
indoctrinated
cool?
with
Anything else that your
gender
cousin that
ideology.
you want to tell us about your cousin? Right?
Nah,
That we need to know
you
about.
just gave me I just giving you an example.
All right. Yeah, your cousin also voted illegally, something like that.
Nah, he didn't vote. He's Jamaican. He don't vote.
Oh,
He don't believe in that shit.
Well, I know that very strongly about Jamaicans, is that they don't vote. Heard that.
Yeah.
Heard
They don't do that.
heard that a million times. If I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times. That that
Right.
Jamaicans don't vote. Yeah, very
Yeah,
common.
but that's
common
a good
parlance
reason
there.
for me to
Yeah.
that's the reason why I really still rock with this dude. Yeah. And shoot, and I don't trust Democrats either, because they always try to use race and they try to use people's downfalls for their power. Yeah, I don't like that. That's weird.
So this whole conversation is weird.
Right, because you're in the mindset of one of those people, because you're a liberal, right?
No.
Yeah, you're definitely a liberal. You sound like one.
What does a liberal sound like?
Yeah, well, this modern day liberal, pro LGBTQ, pro open border type cat. Yeah, just do whatever you want. Yeah, real secularist. Yeah, you ain't got
literally
no
one.
Literally,
that, so.
Literally, that's what I'm saying.
And that has nothing to do with being
I understand
liberal.
that you wouldn't understand that because your brain don't really work like that. I get it.
Yes, my brain does not have the ability to sound dumb.
Nah, absolutely not. That's why they call liberals libtards, because everything that they say is retarded.
The only people that say that are people with IQs under 12.
Only people who think that way has been indoctrinated by these left-wing ass colleges.
Who said I went to college?
You probably did.
Oh, guys, did you guys hear that? This is my favorite thing from MAGA now, is that apparently going to college is like your guys. If you went to college and you're educated, guess what? You are an idiot.
That's the wrong word, bro.
You know that.
Indoctrinated.
Yeah. So you're saying that everybody that went to college is indoctrinated?
A lot of them. A whole lot of them.
So not everybody.
Of these kids don't even. Hey, look, because a lot of these kids don't even know what a woman is, bro.
So not everybody. So what you're saying is not everybody, sir.
No, not everyone. But a lot of them are.
Well, I guess I'm one of the good ones then.
Yeah. Hey, like, what is a woman?
What is a woman? You are, sir.
I'm just saying. Answer the question. That's that's the purity test.
I just
did.
If
you a straight up libtard or not?
I just did.
Is a woman a biological
you are, sir.
A grown biological female?
Yeah, I just answered.
Or is it whatever they want to be?
I already answered the question, sir.
I didn't hear you.
I said you are.
I'm waiting for the answer.
Oh, your mother is. How about that?
Yeah, my mother is. But
there
what's
you go.
The definition of
and
a woman?
She's a hell of a woman. I'll tell you that much, sir.
Hell of a woman. I'm likewise. I believe your mom is too. I believe she's a hell of a woman too. But hey, you don't got to get into no disrespect. Yeah, once you start disrespecting, that sounds like you're
So you disrespected by just being a part, like on my phone,
or if you hang up on them, you know,
literally wasting all of our times by hearing this is
no. I just engage with the conversation, bro. I'm with you.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, don't rage quit.
I'm not rage quitting. You're just annoying.
You usually do though, man. I've seen you do it 15
Oh,
times.
he's a fan.
Yeah, I've seen
He
it.
a
Yeah, I
fan. He
love
a fan.
seeing
He a
libs
fan.
get owned.
He a fan. He a fan. He a.
Yeah, I love seeing libs get owned. It's great.
Can you
It's
define
fucking funny.
liberal?
You liberals.
How about
what,
this? If
nowadays,
you
I just
how
told
about this? How about this? If you define what liberal means correctly, I'll define what a woman is.
you. I asked you first.
I didn't. This isn't the first or last game. I just told you if you,
right.
sir,
Yeah, why
if
would
you can
ask me a
define what
question
liberal
after I asked
is,
you a
then
question?
I will define what
I
a woman
don't
is.
have a
If you
school
don't
book,
want to, then I'm just gonna drop you because there's
definition on
other
it.
people waiting.
Yeah, liberals, libtards, all that stuff. The people pro-Palestine, just anti-capitalist. The liberals right now, they looking like they communists and socialists right now. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. Nope. You're wrong. Nice try though.
Yeah, well, that's from the way I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I see it.
Yeah, I understand. All right. Bye now. Okay.
Yeah, I thought so. I figured you wouldn't.
All right. Anyways, Amani and Kathy, thank you so much for the Route 66. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's to chat for both of them. That is a super cool gift. Big W's to chat for both of them. That is huge. That is huge. Huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah, he owned me. Dude, he got me so good. He got me so good. I like this. Liberal now. People who are pro-Palestine, pro-capitalist, looking like they're communists and socialists. Can we add this to the Wikipedia definition? Can we add Wyatt's to the Wikipedia definition? Thanks, Wyatt, for that. I appreciate that. Y'all, make sure you guys, if you guys are new here, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sorry about that last guest. I got lulled into a false sense of complacency after the previous guest, and I shouldn't have done that. That was on me for doing that. That was on me for doing that. So, we all make mistakes. All right, let's see. I don't really trust this. If you guys like to support the live, I do have super chats. Oh shit, I missed the other one. I missed it, but Stacy, thank you so much for the $2. Says please have the GOP update their talking points. Yes, I'll get right on that. I've actually been in direct conversation with the GOP about like, dude, can you guys change up your talking points a bit? Honestly, I'm getting tired of debating the old ones. So if you could hook that up, I'd appreciate it. And and lovely goddess, thank you so much for the $2. Says Law and Order. That's a joke, right? Is this SVU? Yeah, just about as much as probably like Ice-T is Law and Order. Yeah, that's probably about accurate. That's probably about accurate. I don't know why my camera just looks like a little off to me today. I think it might just be too big, and I'm seeing it wrong. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, okay. I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I'm actually 45.
Okay, awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, kind of like what you were describing when you were describing the Biden previous presidency to that gentleman, not the last guy, but the previous person. Joe Biden, by far, is probably the second worst president we've ever had. And for all, like, just crime. I'll just use one example because I'm not trying to monopolize your time. Fact, Biden had a 50-year high in crime, and that's his own FBI records. And of course, initially they were showing lower crime, but then they weren't counting L.A., Detroit, New York, etc. When it was all added in, it was a 50-year high. Trump's been in his first 18 months. He's got a 120-year low in murder and like real crimes, assault, rape, blah blah. And people want a safer society, and that's just a fact. As far as the chip
All right,
deal,
cool.
that
Then let's talk
Biden
about.
did,
No, that's not a problem. So, what did Biden do to increase crime?
okay, was what he didn't do, I guess, more than anything. He didn't close the border. He let in 18 million illegal aliens. And I don't understand why Democrats conflate the dreamers that have been here for some cases 30 years and conflate those with 18 million that just came in and try to say they're the same group. They're not.
All right. So first of all, when we talk about crime, yeah, that has literally almost nothing to do with it because
Joe
literally
Biden was good on crime. Was he good on crime, you think?
he wasn't good nor bad on crime because he didn't have much of an effect on it. But if you actually look at the actual crime rates of violent crime in the United States, which I'll throw up on the screen, and this is the estimated violent crime rate in the United States from 1979 through 2024.
What's the reference?
You'll
source?
actually this.
What's the reference? I go off usually the federal websites. I don't have it right in front of me, but I usually pull
Yeah,
up
I
federal
would normally
websites
go
like
off of a
Biden.
federal website, but I do find it absolutely hilarious, okay, that the crime rates show that they were actually lowering the entire time during the Biden administration through not only the federal crime database,
That's
but
not even
hold on,
close.
sir.
That's
I am
not
in
even
the
close.
I am in the middle of my
You're
sentence. You don't even what was I getting ready to
right,
say?
but it's false.
What was I getting ready to say?
Saying that the statistic that you're looking at, you never said what reference point you're using or source, and
That's
it
not
doesn't
what I was
make
going to
any
say.
sense to the federal. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. All right. What I was going to say is what I do find is weird is that the federal databases, including the FBI database, showed a lowering of crime under the Biden administration until Trump came in office. Then all of a sudden they switched their stance, which I do find kind of funny. But if you actually look at the violent crime rate, right, which is what I think that most Americans really care about, right, you actually do see that there was actually a drastic reduction in there. And this is off of the FBI database source of 2025. And you can actually pull up the data on this too, blah, 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 blah. And this is from the last updated November 21, 2025, with the next expected update would be November of 2026. So this is actually off the most recent FBI data. Shows that violent crime actually reduced under the Biden administration. But to be
You know
completely
why they
honest with you,
adjusted the numbers?
can I
You know
finish?
why they adjusted the numbers?
Can I finish?
Yeah, I thought you said. Yeah, go ahead, man. It's your show.
Thank you. What I was getting ready to say is, but even with that reduction, I really don't actually attribute that to Joe Biden, just like I don't attribute a reduction under Donald Trump, right? Because I don't believe that the violent crime rate has really much to do with the president, unless there is actually a singular policy in which you can point to, which actually directs why that happened. And I don't see either of that happening for either Biden or Trump.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you what Trump did do that did reduce the crime rate extensively?
Sure, you already tried to make a comment on that about undocumented immigration, even though that we already know that undocumented immigrants commit crime at a rate, or violent crime at a rate that's 30 times less than American citizens. But do you have another one?
But that's not what I was talking about. What I was talking about was when Trump sent the National Guard to several cities, and they, like in New Orleans and in Memphis, it dropped 32%. I've got relatives there, and they were like, "Yeah, you can definitely see DC. You saw it drop there extensively, and also the FBI complete overhaul, and they put like 28 or right at 3,000 agents have been sitting on their butt in DC and got them out in the field, and the FBI has done more in 18 months than Biden did in 4 years. So yeah, reducing crime is going out and actually bringing the crime rate down by arresting criminals, and we've seen a major uptick in that, and that's why Trump was. Even CNN reported this, man. He had
CNN is
the
literally
lowest
owned by
crime
a
rate in 120
Republican.
years.
Nobody cares what CNN says. Okay, literally no one. They are like the least watched news agency on the fucking planet. Like nobody watches CNN. They are literally.
I don't watch them. I'm just saying that was one of their headlines.
Why do
and
you
when
say it
everybody
as
before-
if I give a shit what CNN
when it came
thinks?
out?
I don't watch CNN. Do you watch
When it
CNN?
came out, everybody was saying that.
No, sir.
When it
So
came
here's
out,
the actual
everybody
problem.
was saying that.
What jurisdiction does US
Everybody
national-
said the same thing.
What
Everybody said the same thing.
jurisdiction.
The crime
What
rates you
ju-
can't change, man.
All right, you let me know when you're done.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to talk over you.
You're literally screaming to talk over me.
I was just trying to finish my point. That's all. I mean,
That's
I'll
why I said,
debate
how
with
about
you.
you just
I'll-
let me know when you're done? Because I'm not going to sit here and have a screaming conversation with
Okay.
a supposed grown man. Okay.
Okay, well, a grown man lets one grown man speak, and then the other grown man.
That's why
called
I
courtesy.
said, let me know when you're finished. I don't know how to, to verbalize, go ahead and finish what you were saying more than, please let me know when you're finished.
You're not going to interrupt me like you instantly did. I appreciate
You could
that.
probably
Well, the
be
fact of the matter is,
done if you
here
just
we go
would
again.
talk.
I was, and you just interrupted me again.
All right,
Just-
awesome.
I mean, dude, seriously,
What jurisdiction
you're a
do
grown man.
National Guard members have over enforcing crime in the United States?
They have the ability to go and help the local law enforcement do little things, and that's what they did successfully. And
Incorrect.
it's not
That would be
debatable. It's naturally no.
That
That
would
is correct.
that would be illegal.
That is absolutely correct.
That
They're
would
not.
be
Dude, I just
illegal.
said they do the little things. They do the. You won't
Now
let me
you're
talk.
screaming.
They do
What
the
little
little things.
Taking out the trash.
Nobody's screaming at you. No. Do you not recognize that when every time the National Guard's gone to a major city, every mayor, including New Orleans, Memphis, D.C., who is a hardcore Democrat, and she said, we are seeing a substantial reduction in crime, serious crime, and we appreciate the National Guard being here. And they weren't going around policing people. They had a presence, and they basically, that was it. Hey, we're here if we have to back you up. But at the same time, there's civil laws that keep us from coming in and policing the people, but we can be in places where if there's law enforcement, there's soldiers, armed soldiers, people tend not to do crime there. It's just a fact. And so, yeah, it's substantially helped. That's just my opinion, dude, and that's just the fact that they were putting out. Maybe everybody was lying, but it's a fact, But really, that wasn't even the main thing I wanted to talk to you about. I was just like, you can't rewrite history, man. Joe Biden was one
Are
of the
you
worst
fucking
presidents.
done
He
yet
didn't
so I
have
can
any
respond to a
legislation.
single thing that you're fucking saying about the crime?
Are you?
Holy shit,
Why do
dude.
every one of you Democrats? Why do every one of you
Dude,
guys
do you
act
have
like
the
a
ability
child?
to
You
just
act like a
shut
little
the
child.
fuck up? Holy shit, dude. Jesus Christ, I'm letting you trying to finish what you're saying about the National Guard and stopping crime, and you just will not shut the fuck up, dude. Holy shit. Anyways, the National Guard does not have any jurisdiction over enforcing crime, and them doing little things like sweeping up the streets in DC. Sure, I guess sweeping up the streets is fine. But you do understand what that actually cost us as American citizens, okay? You know how many billions of dollars that is costing us to have the U.S. military troops patrol the streets, okay? That is literally what we call martial law. All right. Yes, if we went to full martial law across the United States, we would see a reduction in crime. That is correct. If we took all of the active duty Army and active duty Marines and spread them all the way across every city in the United States, we would see a reduction in crime. I have no doubt of that. If we told those military members to shoot on sight every single time they saw a criminal doing a criminal act, we would also see a reduction in crime. Okay, that does not surprise me. The problem is, A, they don't have the jurisdiction to do that. B, using martial law in order to intimidate people is not a great way to have a reduction of crime, especially long term, right? And especially when we see, and there's tons of articles about this, because we've already seen this in places like DC, we've already seen this in places like New Orleans, right? We see that what happens as soon as those National Guard members leave, you actually see a huge spike in crime that's actually above before they got there. All right. So what you have in the after effect of that, is that what you actually have is actually an increase in crime in the long term over a short reduction in crime, because they all know, all the criminals, those towns know, okay, cool. We can look at that and we can see these National Guard members there. And as soon as they leave, we're just going to go right back to doing crime at a higher rate because we have a whole bunch to make up for. I mean, hell, you're talking about reduction of violent crime at the, in DC. Wasn't there just a shooting in DC at the White House not too long ago? Haven't there been multiple shootings in DC very, very recently because because crime has spiked after those National Guardsmen have left? Okay, they're not actually fixing anything with crime. They're literally just putting a bunch of freaking military troops at the cost of billions of dollars that isn't actually fixing the problem. There is tons of things that we actually can do to help reduce crime in the United States, but literally sending a bunch of military members there to do it for show, to sweep up streets, is doing nothing but causing a big distraction and not actually fixing the long-term problem.
You done? You done? What you mean?
So are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you not hear me?
Well, you sound like you're in another room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me take that off. I apologize. No, I have that on. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. No, everything you just said was nonsensical, and the facts prove it. Anybody can go look it up for themselves.
Already had
New
the facts,
Orleans,
already put it on the
Memphis
screen.
have
Everybody
shown a
everybody could
substantial
already see it.
reduction. You see, you won't let me make my point.
I don't need to see it because you're
You know,
telling
you
everybody
get
to
the
go
news
look it
buzz,
up, and
but
I
you won't.
already put
See,
it on the screen.
This is what
Sir,
Democrats
I
do.
don't
They
need
know
the
you didn't
whining.
look it
I
up.
don't need the
No,
whining
you
today,
didn't look
sir.
it
I
up.
don't need the
You go
whining
to
today,
like
sir.
you go.
All right. I don't need the whining today, sir. Okay. I already put it on the screen, and I can pull up about 20 different articles. Okay. I can put about 20 different articles. Here's where the literal Stars and Stripes, the literal military publication, literally said that the National Guard had no measurable impact on crime in DC.
It's a Democrat rag that says that, and the statistics say
The
otherwise.
Stars and
Dude,
Stripes is
you're not going to
Democratic.
give anything to a GOP.
The
Here's what I
the
wanted to ask you.
Stars and Stripes. No, sir. The Stars and Stripes is
Jesus,
Democratic.
man, you shut up.
The
Jesus.
Stars and Stripes is Democratic. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, the Stars and Stripes does not report what you're talking about. I was in the fucking
National
army.
Guard. I'm sorry.
I
Everyone
worked
else
with the
can read
Stars and
this.
Stripes. They
Everybody.
don't write crime pieces and
Everybody
statistics.
out
They
there,
stay
right?
out of
So can all.
politics. They stay out of politics. Dude,
That's
you don't know anything about the military. I know that.
that's awesome.
Jesus.
The article
Yeah,
is
and you know
on
what? I
the
had one question
screen.
for you, and
Sir, it's on the
nobody's screaming.
screen.
You won't.
Everybody can read
You
it.
just
There's
keep
some right
back,
here.
dude.
National
I asked you
Guard
the one
deployment in
Did
DC
anybody ask you
having
the
no
question?
measurable impact on crime.
And there's no reparable source that states that, and
It's the
anybody can look it up in
Stars and
30 seconds.
Stripes.
The Stars and Stripes doesn't write about crime reports, dumbass.
Then why is their
Jesus.
article
They don't
on
write
my
politics.
screen?
They don't write political orders because it's not the Stars and
Then
Stripes from
how?
the U.S. service.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
I really did have one
It's
question.
on the
and that's
screen,
really,
sir. Do you know how big of a gaslighter you have to be?
seriously,
Do you know how big of a
this is
gaslighter
what
you have
you
to
do.
be? For all the
Notice
people that
everybody,
are
he
in
doesn't let
here, there's
anybody
like
talk because he crashes out.
almost
I had one
600
simple
over here on
question, and
YouTube.
like a
There's just
child,
about
he for sure
750
just
on
talk,
TikTok, right?
filibuster.
To
All the
literally,
Democrats
how
want
bad
to
you have to gaslight that I
unconstitutionally stack the
literally have
court.
it up
They
on the
want to
screen, and you're
abolish
telling me that it's not true. You have to deny
College. They
reality.
have nothing to offer.
You literally
All they
have
have is
to.
they hate
You
Trump,
literally have
and
to
people like this
deny
crash out every
reality
time.
in order to
There
try
is
to make a
the
point.
reality is you guys had
That's
high
wild,
crime,
dude.
and the crime
That's
rate's
wild.
gone down to a historical low.
He
And it pisses you off
literally
because
has
you're not the
to.
party of
He
crime.
literally
You're not the
has
party
to.
of sodding
He
crime.
literally
You
has
let in
to
18
deny
million, you let
reality
in 18 million
in order to
illegal
do this. That's crazy.
and cost over $3 trillion of our tax money.
Sir,
You have blue states
sir,
already
$1 trillion
been bought by
no
blue states.
measurable
That is
impact on
every
crime.
measurable is easy to pick up.
No
Anybody
measurable
you can go pull it
impact
up right
on
now
crime.
on crime rates. And every crime rate shows
No measurable impact on crime.
they all show if you go to a reputable source like the federal
Like
website,
the Stars and Stripes?
Yes, they do. The Stars and Stripes is not a federal website, you dumbass. It's a paper for the armed services, and they don't write any political pieces, period.
So you're saying this. So let me ask. So you're saying
right now they're not
just
associated with the Stars and Stripes of the U.S. service.
Just being clear. So you're saying they don't
No,
write
you're
anything
just not
political.
being clear.
No, so you're saying they don't write anything political.
They don't write that. No.
Okay,
They
so
don't write.
so if
Here's
they
the
don't
crime
write
rate.
anything that's political and they wrote an article saying that there's no measurable impact, that means it would not only be reputable but not political.
It means you're not looking at the real stars and stripes like most
Oh.
Democrats. You go to unreferable sources or anonymous sources. Dude, all you have to do is go to the federal website. Why can't you do that? You know why? Because they adjusted Biden's numbers. You know why? He didn't count Los Angeles, New York, Detroit, New Orleans. Why didn't they count all that? Oh, because the FBI at that time said that we're going to keep we're going to make sure the numbers are down for the election. And guess what? They got caught. Dude, you lost in a land.
All right, I'm just muting you now because this is fucking getting old and really, really sad. Okay. I'm trying to have a decent conversation with you like a human being, but you literally refuse to. Okay. I literally have the article from the Stars and Stripes on the fucking screen. And literally your entire argument is that the Trump administration came in, changed the stats under the Biden administration. And so therefore I should be looking at the numbers that the Trump administration changed from the Biden administration. That's literally what you're telling me. Okay. You're literally telling me ignore what every reputable fucking site says, right? And to listen to what Donald Trump says about Biden's numbers. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. All right. I have literally zero will to do that. All right. I will stick with reputable sources like the Stars and Stripes. Okay. Who aren't political, as you aforementioned. And I really appreciate that.
Not debate on the status because you're weak. You're a Democrat, indoctrinated, uneducated person, and you won't even go to like a referable source because that's who you are, period. And it's funny.
Here's another
Now,
source
don't get
right
your
here.
little
This is
feelings
cute.
hurt.
Where it specifically says right here,
Anybody
the
right now
president
can
has
prove
taken
that
credit for
shit by
reducing
simply
crime in the
going and
Capitol,
pulling up
but
crime
a
rates
new
under Biden.
analysis,
Crime
but
rates.
a new analysis by the Trace shows the decline was already underway. Oh yeah, there was actually mass reductions in crime that were already on the way. I already showed that actually earlier from violent crime. So here's another source right here showing that it literally was already in decline and that the Trump administration didn't actually do anything but waste billions of your tax dollars sending the National Guard to something when crime was already being reduced. That's pretty
That's
crazy.
your problem. It is crazy on you. And all you do is hit the mute button and then talk over people. You don't debate. If you were a real man, you'd say, you got 2 minutes. When you're done in 2 minutes, I'm going to talk and I'm going to mute you. Okay, cool. You don't do that. You do this. You step on people. Are you going to talk? Are you going to talk? Dude, come on. It's like a child. You show everybody who you really are. Scared. Terrified. Democrats' policies suck. It caused the highest crime, the highest inflation. That's what you do. And then you turn Unaffordable Care Act, 300% rise in premiums. My God. And that's all Democrats. And they try to blame the GOP. It's a joke. Anyway, I guess you guys' feelings hurt.
Oh, he ran. Anyways, I love how people that it's always the people. He literally had so much time on there. He had so much time to just say what he wanted to say. But instead of saying it, he'd rather spend his time screaming about how I'm not giving him time. Isn't that weird? Like he had so much time to just like say what he had to say, but instead he spent all of his time screaming about how I wasn't giving him time. Seems very strange. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. We do this every single night, so thank you guys so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. Truthfully, really means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. If you guys like to support the live, I do have super chats. I do have gifts going on. And I am still looking for that meteor shower. Still gonna keep asking for it. It's the last thing I need in my gift gallery. So I'm gonna keep trying. I am gonna keep trying. It's literally the last. I'm gonna check again. Yep, last thing. So if you guys like support, I really appreciate that with any of the gifting, but the meteor shower would of course be awesome too. If you guys would like to help me clear out that gift goal. Yeah, we're going to try to move on to the next caller and keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. And since I do have quite a few of you guys here, I would really, really appreciate that if you guys would do me a huge favor and go to your Spotify, go to your Apple Music, go to any of the places where you watch podcasts and follow my podcast. Mike Paul, thank you so much for that meteor shower. Can I get the biggest W's in the chat for Mike Paul for clearing out that gift gallery? Thank you so much. I want to see W's across all the chats for that meteor shower. Thank you so much. I've been working on that thing since yesterday. I didn't think it was coming. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think I was going to get it. Def Jeff, thank you so much for the loss of the music too. I appreciate that. I didn't think I was gonna get it. I truly didn't. I truly didn't. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. All right, we got some more callers that are ready to go.
So my job is not to come to a
before we get to them, please, no matter where you guys go to podcast, can you guys please follow my podcast, The Poly Politics Show, on all your podcast places, Spotify, Apple Music, all of them. Here's the trailer. I'll be right back.
My job is not to come to a common ground with anyone, because in order to come to a common ground, then I have to accept things that aren't factual. I have to take things that aren't factual, that have no basis in reality, that simply aren't true, and try to justify it in order where I make them true, which I refuse to do.
We've talked to the socialists, we've talked to the communists, we've talked to everyone out here. There's been so much fun.
You lowered your tax on one tiny itty bitty little tiny thing and then raised your taxes on every other fucking thing, and you're taking that as a win. You seem to conflate loving your country and loving your president.
Welcome to the Poly Politics Podcast. I'm Christopher Turner, where opinions are challenged and facts matter. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. Again, can I get extra big W's in the chat again for Mike Paul? I really appreciate that. That was very, very awesome. But please follow that wherever you guys follow it. I'd really, really appreciate it. I am trying to launch this thing with a vengeance. And your guys' follows, your guys' your guys' downloads of it, your guys' streams of it will help to push it out, and man, that would really be awesome. So thank you guys so much for supporting. Why couldn't you keep Poly Politics? It's the Poly Politics Podcast. I did keep it. It's called the Poly Politics Podcast. The first episode is actually June 5th, so next Friday will be the first episode. So it is available now for you to follow. It is available now for you to do all the fun things with. Okay, so you can go follow it right now. The first available episode, that trailer is up right now, and the first available episode will be next Friday. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. So yeah, you can follow it at the Poly Politics Podcast. Def Jam, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, I am going to do that. All right, I'm going to do that. And we're going to move on to the next person. Keep this thing going. Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm pretty good.
Check, check. There's an echo. I'm hearing myself back in the headset.
I don't know.
Are you on a Bluetooth or you have me on speaker or something?
Yeah, I have it on speaker.
Yeah, take that off.
How's it now?
Check, check. No, I can still hear myself.
Is it good?
Nope. I can sound really correctly. Check, check.
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. You sound really crackly, and I can still hear myself, man. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to drop you. Like I said, I don't want to, but like I tried my best, but it sounds horrible, and it's and I hear an echo. I can't do both. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be able to handle a little bit of one, but I definitely can't handle both. That's just too much for me. So, we're gonna move on to the next person. All right, you were on the call today, so I'm bring the next person. All right. Well, that sounds still better than my last argument. So, that was better than the last argument that I had, to be completely honest with you. All right, let me head over to TikTok. Maybe there'll be some people over here. Let's see what we got over here. Better than the last two? That's crazy. Mona, thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. If you guys would like to become a member or a super fan or gift those in the same, I would really, really appreciate that. That would really mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. Hello? Hello? All right. Well, I don't think you mean to be here. If not Trump, who should you support? Anybody? I think my new one is a three-legged corgi. But really, anybody. There's not too many people that you shouldn't support over it. You know, if y'all still support Trump, you can call in on the number that's above my head, or you can join the guest request box. I think with summer showing up, I think we're definitely gonna have to get some screeners in here very, very soon. Hopefully, it's working again, so we don't have this problem, because it has been acting super finicky, unfortunately. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Am I live on the show?
Yes, you are.
Nice. So, I believe we're calling in to speak on why we still support Trump, right?
Yeah, why do you still support Trump?
I still support Trump because if it wasn't for him being president right now, we probably wouldn't have you doing a live show on why people still support him, and you wouldn't have these videos that you have with all these views. I think that him being president has given you a platform to talk the politics and get the numbers that you got. So in a way, there's a positive to the negative.
Okay, my videos don't get that many views, really. But thank you, I appreciate that.
I think you do pretty well. I think people view it. How many you got right now? How many people watching you live right now?
Oh, currently, like just over 1,000.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Those numbers, I think those numbers would be worse if it was like, why do you still support Biden?
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why. That's all. I just wanted to say
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Every
James
time I
James
tune into it,
James supports Trump because he loves me. I'm gonna take it as that.
because I love your success.
Well, you know what? I will take that as a plus. Okay, I will take that as a
That's a
positive, and I'll take that
compliment,
as a
man.
compliment.
That's a
Sound good?
good thing. Yeah, absolutely. Now, what happens is now I have a question for you. What happens after his term is over? Do we do like, why do we support the next president, or what do we? Do we have a plan? Is there something that you have on your drawing board or your vision board on what are you going to do when he's no longer the president?
We'll deal
And
with
I'm
that when
not
it
being
comes up.
sarcastic.
Everybody told me
Okay.
once Donald Trump won, I would no longer have a platform, and here I am. So we'll figure that out when we get there.
No, they were definitely inaccurate in that. If you and I would have spoke, I would have said when Donald Trump becomes president, your platform, if anything, is going to go up. When you're going to get a bigger audience and everything. So I would have told you. I would have leaned towards the opposite of everybody else's opinion. But
That's
now,
why I want everyone to
what I'm a
follow.
little
Well,
concerned.
hold
I'm
on. I
sorry,
want to
go ahead.
answer your question even better. That's why I need everybody to
I'm
follow
sorry
my
about that.
podcast. That way we can talk about all sorts of political things, and I can do podcast episodes that you like, and we're
Right.
going to do interviews,
Right.
and we're going to do all sorts of stuff. So we're going to keep things going regardless, and we're still going to have fun, I think. I think all of y'all still want to come hang out with me regardless of who's president, right? At least most of y'all.
I'm
Maybe at least
definitely check.
50-50.
I'm definitely check in. I'm definitely check in for sure.
Well, that works for me, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down, but I do appreciate you, all right?
All right, take care now.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye. Yeah. Guys, if you guys, like I said, the biggest thing y'all can do is watch my videos. If they pop on your suggested or your For You screen on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, watch my videos. Hit that like button. Watch the whole thing. Hit the like button at the end. That helps so much, right? Make sure you guys are following the podcast, hitting the, hitting the follow on that. And then when episodes come out, please watch them. And all of those things help to, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Help to find a whole bunch of other things that we can do here and have a lot of fun with a whole bunch of stuff. And just expand. I want to create a whole network. I want to create a whole thing for a whole bunch of people. And I want to keep doing great media and great stuff for you guys. And I'll tell you guys, I do really bad. I went to Louisiana, even though it wasn't my best work. You know, I don't really feel bad. I made a video about my trip to Louisiana, going to their Senate meeting there. And it didn't get very many views. It was probably like the worst video I've had, maybe ever on YouTube. And but I'm not taking that as I'm just taking that as I didn't do the best job on that one. So I'm gonna do better next time. That's how we're gonna take it. I'm gonna do better next time. I'm gonna make a better video that you guys want to watch. So I'm gonna work on that, and we're gonna have fun doing that. So I'm gonna make better content, and we're gonna keep doing this. That's what we're gonna do. Sound good? Anyways, y'all, I think I am going to get off of the night. I've been kind of... Oh, yeah, I went to Louisiana for their Senate hearing. I made a video about it. It wasn't my best video. Okay? It was really impromptu. Like I said, I've been really trying to save up some money to get a new camera so I can actually do like a more professional, camera, thing next time. Actually act like a professional. So so I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I really appreciate you guys helping me out in doing that and helping support, independent media, supporting the live, supporting my content. That really means a lot to me. And we're just gonna try to keep doing more and doing better. Okay. So with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow night. I love you guys, 7 p.m. Central. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. All right. Love you guys. Bye.